Coming to you off my phone today, and the reason why is because for the last, 20 minutes, I've been fighting with my internet connection, and it's not fast enough to actually stream. So I'm trying off of cellular, and I don't know how this is going to go because you don't get the best reception here. Good shake, but I thought it was still worth a shot. So, hello, how are you? And good to see you, everyone, if you're out there. And if you are out there, will you please let me know that you're actually seeing this, that you can hear it, that you can just let me know. All right. Let me see. Is it actually live? And I think it is. Oh, thank goodness. I'm live. Good. So yeah, this was not how it was supposed to go. Could not go live, but I'm here. So how are you? Let me ask, what's in your cup? And yeah, so tonight I was all set to make an emote, and I actually have an eCam window open with like, oh, we're gonna make an emote. And then I went to like set my destinations, do my description, and it says your connection is not fast enough for this. So it says like reduce stream settings or number of destinations. And it's like, I only have one destination, so this can't be great. So it is what it is. Also, let's ask the question, what's in your cup? Let's get back to normal. I have a glass cup today. Usually it has like a little warmer on it, but I don't have it on me. So it's awake English breakfast with a little bit of tea at the bottom. Let me know what's in your cup today. So we're gonna go ahead and do just an old-fashioned Q&A, or you have questions, let's chat about it. You have topics you want to talk about, let's chat about it. Also, you can hear me, right? You can hear me? Ooh, I really hope you can hear me. So Keely, what's new in your world? Let me know all the things. By the way, I've ordered some shelves. I ordered shelves from Etsy, and they came and they were too short, or like not wide enough. And technically they were wide enough for maybe some of the boots, but because I'm gonna do a whole wall of boots and I want them to be more secure, I was like, oh, I'm gonna need like wider planks. So I decided to also message the guy on Etsy. I was like, hey, can we do these in a different size? And he's like, just buy the larger size, I'll cut them down to size anyway. So I've ordered them, and we shall see if it works. And yeah, we'll see if it works. By the way, if you haven't seen it, this is the vertical live streaming. Now, one of the things that's available, I mean, anybody can live stream vertically. However, one of the things that they recently announced is that if you do a live stream in vertical mode and you are under the advanced options and you hit vertical specifically, they will show up possibly in the YouTube Shorts scrolling, feed. So there is now some extra emphasis on trying to go live in a vertical format every once in a while, if you're on your phone, because you could possibly show up in the Shorts shelf, which is different. Because everyone else is going to find you from, like maybe your homepage, or maybe from their subscriptions, or logging in and something like that. But this is a brand new service where your videos could possibly be recommended, and that is going to be inside of the Shorts shelf. So I thought that was interesting. Thought that was kind of cool. So Josiah, hey, how are you? Fruit punch for you. Audio, thank you, Joshua Vision, for letting me know that the audio is working. That makes me happy. And then things are a bit of a shit show here, and by that I mean all of it, but we're catching up soon. So oh goodness, that ellipses, that's got some underlying context in that text. So I look forward to hearing all about it. By the way, if y'all have questions, YouTube, related or whatnot, let's chat about it, because obviously I'm probably not going to be able to make the emote thing, which was what was on the agenda. And I'm hoping that this isn't coming through too choppy because I am using it off of cellular. But like I said, I don't have great cellular connection here versus usually versus Wi-Fi or whatnot. And also, I have no idea if it's gonna how much battery this is gonna take. So I'm gonna try and charge it at the same time. I'll hit allow. So what's new in your world, everyone? Let me see if there was other. Oh no, we're frozen. Okay, what if I take out the cable because it looks frozen over here? That's not good. That's not good at all. We'll see. I'm so sorry, y'all. But I want to talk about the importance of still sometimes showing up. And even if it's messy, even if it's ugly, even if it's not great, even if you have to delete it later, sometimes the important, part is showing up. I was talking with one of my coaching clients and they were saying like, oh, but I wish this and I wish that. And I was like, well, let's not forget that 2 months ago, you didn't even have a YouTube channel. You hadn't even put out videos. And now you're worried about, this X number subscriber goal or this, amount of video views or something. And I'm like, you have more video views than I have on my videos. You have more than you have subscribers. You have more than, so it's really interesting sometimes when we have to put in perspective and when you're in the middle of the forest, versus outside and being able to see in. So, but I was like, but the important thing is you keep showing up, keep trying. And yeah, I wanted to make sure that we definitely share that too. So I know you're all about vertical repurposing of landscape video. What are your thoughts on the services that take long form and make other content, blogs and tweets? I think that a lot of people used to listen to the idea of like a Gary Vaynerchuk with create 100 pieces of content, which in theory, I'm really, really down with, but the execution of it is sometimes harder because people get down on themselves, but they forget that he has a team of like an entire team, like lots of people. And so he has the ability to just live his life, have other people record him, and then have a team of people just making content and putting it everywhere else. The rest of us are most of the time solopreneurs, and we have to do all of that ourselves. And then it becomes overwhelming because you've got this piece of content. Then even if you manage to get, let's say, 30 or 40 pieces from it, then it's like, oh, the distribution of it all then becomes this nightmare. So in theory, everyone wants to do it because they keep being told they need to show up on all these different platforms with tons of different content, but it quickly becomes overwhelming. And so most people turtle and they kind of just go, oh, this is too much. And so they just don't. And so as far as services that do it, I think the same as like Opus Clip, Video.ai is they're usually not going to be worse than they are at the beginning, and they should progressively get better. So depending on the quality of the output, it could be kind of cool. And then depending on how you're able to distribute it or when you distribute it and all of that, depending, it could be kind of good. But as always, it depends. If I have any channel members, can you put it depends in the chat? And I'm sorry, I had full plans to create another emote of the what's in your cup together live. That's what I planned this live stream on being, but I don't have the internet bandwidth, apparently, the speed to do it. So I'm just telling you the truth there. Thank you, Pixelpia. It's great to see you. I saw your updated avatar, and I saw like you say that you're kind of focusing on, on the AI aspect, which I think is really cool because there's a lot of stuff that's happening right now. Just to tell you, because there's only like 3 people here, so it's just my friends. I am experimenting with using AI on, let me walk you through the steps here. So I'm going into ChatGPT and I'm creating a new prompt, and then I'm taking the data from that prompt in like this table format, and I'm importing it into Canva. And then I'm taking that data from Canva and I'm trying to build a template that just grabs the pieces from the data table and then spits out kind of like quick shorts. So I'm running an experiment on a brand new YouTube channel and TikTok channel on generated content from ChatGPT and Canva. There's still some manual fussing that has to happen. Like I have to select videos, I have to like move around the text, I have to format it so that it fits within the parameters and spaces. So I haven't quite figured out how to completely streamline that yet. But in a couple of hours, and it took me longer because obviously it's newer to me, so it's not quite there yet, but I was able to generate about 30 shorts. And so I was like, oh, if I post one a day for a month and see how that goes, just for your info, I think on this brand new TikTok, I think I have 1 follower, but almost all of the videos that I've made are all getting around 1,000 views. I can't even get 1,000 views on any of my current TikTok videos. So I thought that was interesting, and I'm curious to see how fast I could possibly grow that channel. I know if James Pruitt were here, he would be like, "Oh, what's another YouTube channel?" And it's not just it's a test, it's an experiment, and I want to see, right? Because you always know, like I want to try it, and I want to report back and tell you some of the pros and cons or things I like or didn't like, and it's interesting so far. We'll just leave it at that. So, Discord coaches, I spent a few hours today creating my custom GPT for umpiring and lots of uploading SRTs and roles, PDF and mixed results so far. Interesting. That could be really, really cool. You know what I remember that there was an entire commercial once. You guys remember like IBM Watson stuff? And I think it was really about like training AI and stuff like that. But they had done an entire thing where they uploaded all of these medical journals, and they had uploaded real doctors, real patient kind of like information where there was like, if they had this disease, this is what we recommended as part of like a treatment plan. And so what they were doing is they were trying to build a library where if you were to like import all of your own medical documents or stuff like that, and because it was hard or difficult either to get in to see a doctor or cost prohibitive, what would the AI, if they were the doctor, recommend for action and treatment plans? And what they had found is that in a lot of the cases, they were able to accurately prescribe exactly what was needed. So because of that, they could have, upped their output by like 100 times, and they did it by also then feeding in all of the sources of medical journals, and so it always had all of the up-to-date information with what was happening in the medical world. And so I thought that was kind of an interesting use case for it, because there are some of those things where you have such a vast library of information, such as like law. We all know though that you don't want to, there was that lawyer that got in trouble for that, or the judge. But I mean, if you think about it, if you have all of the covenants, all of the laws, all of the updates, all of the amendments for like some state, and you do this, and then you say, hey, could I write a law that does this? Which laws would it take, or which ones are precedent? Imagine how much time it could save you in the research process if you had something like that. So let me see here. So Pixel PS says, yes, I have done that earlier and generated lots in no time by uploading a CV. Yep. So I'm focusing more on the human side of AI. Good. And with the new ChatGPT, it's easy to create your own library and create your own bot. And here's the thing is, technically I'm paying for ChatGPT, and I get a little ding from my cell phone saying like, your card has been charged. And I'm like, ugh. And sometimes I get upset because I'm like, I'm not really utilizing it, or, going in and doing these queries. I did see that Phil, formerly of TubeBuddy, was on Twitter, or X. I still call it Twitter. Do you call it Twitter? Can I put a poll in here? Do you still call it Twitter? Let me see if I can start a poll. I'm going to say, what do you call it? I'm going to say Twitter or X. And he was talking about how he had something that he was building for YouTube channels. And I was like, sign me up, Phil. And he's like, well, you have to be paying for ChatGPT. And I'm like, you know what, for once, look at me. So he sent me over. I tried to log in though, but because I was on the phone that was also trying to get the two-factor authentication, it kept erroring out and it wouldn't let me in. So I'm going to do it once I'm on my computer, but I want to see what he's built. And, of course, it just makes sense that you could use the power of the internet for things such as that. So too cool. What's up? What's up? Let's see here. So with the new ChatGPT, it's easy. Okay, I'm going to do this Q&A bit for my podcast by using all the transcripts and source docs I use for research. Oh, good idea. Yeah. So a human eye on AI, it's easy, but it's not quite working as intended yet. I keep having to tell it to information I provided or incorporating my instructions to answer my way. Yeah. So I know there's this whole thing about, like not quite garbage in, garbage out, but also prompt engineering, which is kind of this big next, frontier of that, which is, if you can properly craft your prompt, then hopefully you get a better result on the outside of it. But sometimes even if you give it like a really good prompt, it can still mess it up. I've had that too, where it's like, I asked you for a table of stuff. You didn't do that. Or I asked you for 20 things and you didn't give me 20, or, just different things like that. So can you hear my dog? Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, you're such a good boy. Okay. So here's the poll up here. Let me see. Oh gosh, no, it's still lagging and stuttering. I hope it's not doing that for y'all, but I can't make any guarantees. Because I know what the answer should be and they're not correct. Yeah, and see, that's something too. That's such a bummer when it... All right, so it says 75% of y'all still call it Twitter, 25% still currently call it X. Okay, so what if I don't want to end the poll. I just want to go back to the comments. Back to comments. Live chat. There we go. Okay. By the way, has anyone else tried vertical live streaming? Just wondering. What do I call it? I still call it Twitter. I will always call it Twitter. I don't care. It looks like I'm frozen. Oh no. Am I frozen? I hope not. If I am frozen, I apologize. I am sorry. Okay. But I'm still trying. So, comments, questions, concerns that y'all have about YouTube, about things, about ChatGPT. So, help me out, y'all. I have this dilemma too. There are a few people that have run off of their contract. I don't mean run off. I mean like their contract has come to an end for content minis. And so I technically can put like 4 more people on our roster. And I'm just debating how hard do I want to go on trying to, like, do I want to advertise it on LinkedIn or, put something out on Facebook, or like, how do I want to try and get a few more people? I don't want to get crazy where it's like 7 people and then the whole, it overwhelms everybody and then possibly have to hire even more, like, because the volatility and just the instability of it all makes me nervous to go there and possibly hire, more people, because I don't want to hire people just to like let them go very soon after. Like, I want to make sure that I'm able to sustain their pay for a long amount of time. So I don't have enough work yet to like keep them fulfilled, but I also am wondering if I should try and not push, but like advertise more, not the content creation, but the scheduling. So the scheduling is interesting because it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be, but that's because the current client only has really like 2 destinations. It's been really easy to manage, but I fear, it could get overwhelming if we have to do like tons and tons and tons of end destinations. But some of my fears have been a little bit assuaged that maybe it's not so bad to try it, so I might be willing to do it more. But also, it's an even sometimes harder sell maybe to be like, hey, we'll schedule all your stuff for you. I don't know. So I guess maybe some advice. Have you found a way to organize all of your A and B roll for easier to find in the future? I'm not laughing at you. So I rarely use B roll. I barely use A roll. So I have not needed to run across that just yet. But how some people do it, they have their own library and then they have it broken up into like maybe like scenes like beach, outdoors, or like equipment. So they would have like all their camera equipment or like I know some beauty girls have like a stock library of like swatches they've done from different like makeup palettes or different things like that. So they'll have that commonly in a folder with like all of the items like labeled. It would be like ABH soft glam palette swatch, ABH Riviera palette swatches, or something like that, all within like a folder that was like eyeshadow palettes or something like that, inside of a folder that's beauty. You know what I mean? So you could do something like that. You know who might be a good person to also ask? My friend Travis, who has self-proclaimed himself as the B-roll king or champion or something like that. Um, or Cody Warner too, because not only does he do it for himself, and he used to do daily vlogging for a short amount of time, but he also like has or had an agency. I wonder if you hit him up on Twitter to ask. Um, Gloria, you better be nice. Just gonna put that out there. Don't make me come for you or one of my moderators. They get very little to do, so don't make them come for you. Be nice. Um, so, yeah, I guess that would be my advice is maybe something like that. Or you could even do it like by season, like spring, summer, fall, winter, if you wanted to do something like that, maybe. So, Chris Morales, hi, how are you? And then Discord Coach says, I did a vertical live stream a couple of months ago. I worry it doesn't fit with people want in shorts and quick hit of stories rather than a long talking head stream. Yeah, for sure. The only reason to maybe give it a shot is maybe am I high? No. Why would you say that? That's so rando. Okay. So going back to Discord Coach, I think the only reason that it might be appealing is because YouTube Shorts and the in-feed. Oh, you know what? That's probably what's happening. That's probably what's happening right now. So these people that we don't know are probably people that maybe possibly even saw it. I guess you could tell us if you came in from the Shorts feed. And also, because I'm not setting it up on my computer where I usually say, like subscribers only, as long as you've been like subscribed for like 5 minutes, then you can like chat. That's probably what's happening here, because also it says like 21 votes in this poll for like the Twitter thing, and I'm like, we don't even have 21 people watching. It says it has like 4 people watching, so people must be like scrolling by, seeing it, voting, and like scrolling off, doing the next thing. So this totally must be what it is. The reason why you do it though is discovery, is possibly getting some gut. Oh no. Okay, Gloria's gotta go. So maybe Gloria can go. So let me see here. Thank you, Pixelpia. That's probably what's happening actually. This is a live experiment in process right there. It's just because that plus the chat feature of not having it set up for only subscribers. I wonder if I can change it. Community moderation. And let's see what it says. Participants, moderation activity, timestamps, pop out chat. I don't know if there's a lot of. Oh God. Okay, that is definitely what is happening here, y'all. Okay, so here's a reason maybe why you would not want to do a vertical stream, because you get some randos that you've never seen before. Good and bad. Good and bad. If you're cool, welcome to the family. You're welcome to stay. If you're not cool, Pixel PM may come out with like the with the ban hammer. Oh, yeah. Stay safe. Stay blessed. So, okay, Devereaux. I'm sorry to hear that. Was it for the best though? Because are you and her, I'm assuming, um, do you actually get along? Staying together for the kids, staying together for the pets? Are you making each other miserable? Is it better that you're not together anymore? One never knows. It depends, right? Um, Channel members, hit them with it depends. I would say work on yourself. Maybe introspect a little. Did I do anything that caused this? Could I have done anything better? Or if they were just a real POS, thank your lucky stars that you lost however much weight they are. Yeah. I mean, I got a prenup, so it'll be okay, but I'm bummed. Well, yeah, I'm sure you would be bummed. No one ever wants, usually, when they say I do, for it to end. You know, that's usually not the point. So I feel you. You are live. I kept checking earlier, and I know. Okay, so yeah, I was trying to go live, and it turns out that my internet wasn't fast enough to support it. So I'm trying it off my phone. And so I was really bummed. And this was not how tonight was supposed to go because I wanted to create the what's in your cup emote. I can't screen share. I can't go live off eCam. I can't do anything. So I still wanted to show up. So I'm here. And yeah. What's in your cup, people? We're back to the awake English breakfast tea. Yeah. I'm trying. I'm still here. You guys have questions, guys and gals? Questions about YouTube, questions about whatever. We were talking about TubeBuddy last week. Do we still have questions on that? Oh, I was supposed to post additional things in the community tab if you had a question, right? I can do that. Let me do that. Let me go to the community tab and say, did you have any additional questions about TB that we didn't get to? So let's do that. Ooh, let me put in an image. Pull in. Yep. You are a consistent man. And then let me see if I can put in is there a description here? Appreciate you for still showing up. Exactly, right? It's about showing up. Thank you, Boris the Beast. I appreciate that. That's exactly what I was trying to get to. It's like sometimes we just still gotta try and show up. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna post all right, I posted that on the community tab, so at least next time we can still get to some questions. If you have any remaining ones about TubeBuddy, we'll go into that as well. Yes. All right, what else? What else do y'all have? Should we start another poll? Because there's like, I cannot believe that there's 27 votes in this poll. Wow. 56% call it Twitter and 44. Wow, the adoption is actually happening. Wow. All right. And we got some insight into vertical live streaming. Right? Right. Absolutely. So you do have to do a couple things, right? You got to go live. It's got to be off your phone, vertical. And you have to, under advanced settings, when you're going in, you have to select vertical. So one, it knows it's vertical, but two, it says hitting that, toggling that button on is what makes it available to possibly go and show up in the shorts feed. So that's kind of interesting. It's interesting. Actually, thanks and shout out to to my moderators / channel members, because one, it's very rare that they get to do anything in a moderation sense, because most of the time we don't have like randos in here, and that's probably also because I always have not members only, but like subscriber only chats, right? So not a fan of Elon, but I did watch a SpaceX launch. Was there a SpaceX launch tonight? I didn't know that. I did just watch the Philip DeFranco news obviously show for today, and they were talking about how space debris which is just a weird thing to think about, but Tesla and or SpaceX and others, there's an increasing amount of space debris that's happening across the universe, and that there are all of these like maneuvers that have to happen for satellites and whatnot to avoid crashing into them, which if they don't, then it causes additional malfunctions and damage. And it's just a really interesting thing, because as more and more things happen, like even satellites are still stuck up there. They still have human excrement from the astronauts from when they originally went to the moon. And then there was this interesting thing where it's like, if nobody owns the moon, then no one can be necessarily held responsible for its cleanup. But it's also like no one specific country or whatnot can like claim ownership of too much of it. So it's kind of interesting how all of that plays out. Did not think we'd be talking about SpaceX in the lodge, but oh, and just FYI, I don't know if do you remember I was bemoaning on Twitter how I lost my fantasy football matchup that one week by 0.02 points. Y'all, something happened where the points rearranged and I ended up winning that week by 0.02 points. So it flip-flopped. So I thought I was going to lose. I thought I did lose by 0.02 points. And then I ended up winning by 0.02 points. So that's crazy, I think. And then this week when I thought I was going to totally win, I got completely just annihilated. Like I thought I was going to win. Oh, Gerardo. And it was because, and they even had their quarterback out, and it was because their like one of their running backs ended up like and their wide receiver just ended up going totally off. So thanks, Pixelpia. Obviously that is a direct probably not response, but consequence of possibly showing up to people who you don't normally show up to. Yeah. I was gonna say, you're much kinder than I am, so if they say something like that, I would just ban them. But you're just like, time out. And what's so funny is I'm so quick now sometimes to throw down the ban hammer, because every once in a while I go onto TikTok and I'm moderator for our dance team. And so obviously if they're having a dance practice or something, if people are nice, I let it go. If people are not nice and they start saying things about like girls' weight or just different stuff like that, I'm just like, mute, hide, block. I'm just like, no room for that here. And I don't know, man. I feel like it's such a weird concept to me that you need to come into some people that you don't really know and then just start throwing and hurling all of these insults at people. For what? For what? Because you don't want to get off your couch and exercise, because you think they're not the shape that you think that they should be, because you don't like country music. It's so easy to just like swipe up to the next thing. But no, they don't. They sit there and they revel in like, I'm going to be completely miserable and awful to them. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. So, did I have a kid and I didn't know it? Am I a mommy to more than just my puppies? Go to your room. You're grounded. You're grounded. You shush. You shush. Daily checkups, how am I? You know what? Thank you for asking. How am I? That's a really excellent question. I'm in some pain physically, and I'm working through it. You know, sometimes I get real down on myself because after back surgery, I want to be able to bounce back into things I think I should be able to do right away. And then I have to remember like, oh yeah, they cut open your back in like fix some stuff. So maybe go easier on yourself. Because I get real mad that I can't do maybe some of the things that I did before. So your favorite feature on YouTube is the block button. Oh no, non-Philly fans. Non-Philly fan would be a band anywhere. You know, if you don't love Jason Kelsey and Philadelphia Eagles, I mean, or Jalen Hurts, and I guess like you're just still looking for a heart, you know? But it's like, but I mean, I can appreciate them, but I still love the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? There was someone I wanted to talk about earlier. There was some girl, I'm assuming it's a female, was like, shout me out, please. What do you think that me saying your name on a live stream with like 5 of us is going to do for you? Like, let's just think it out. Let's just think it out. I don't even know what kind of content you make. And if I don't know you, what benefit is there to me to shout you out? And if there's no benefit to my viewers, because none of us know what kind of content you make, why would any of them come and subscribe to your channel? They probably would not. So when you are thinking about this, it used to be the real old school way, like get a shout out or something like that. A lot of people who've had shout outs will be like, sure, you might have gotten a couple of subscribers, but if it's people who are not interested in your content, what good was it? It really wasn't. And it doesn't really work that way. And if you have seen the live stream that I did about how to pitch the irresistible collab, you would also remember and see that a lot of the time people like to work with their friends, people they like, trust, know, have seen, and interacted with in the past. And if you have no relationship with them, what benefit is there? Or why would they want to? And it's not on someone else to build your platform. It's up to you to build your own platform based on, the content that you make, the value that you provide, the relationships that you curate. What would be the point of stripping that down to have someone else maybe do it for you? And for what? For what? So, oh God, see, just like that. Gloria, you're back. No, I will not. I'll shout you out in a way of, as an example. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But I appreciate you hanging out. You hung in there for those 300 seconds or whatever it was that you were timed out, and you came back swinging, asking for shit. So let's see here. They claim shoutouts, collabs, commenting on posts in your topic field help. I share my video links in Facebook reselling groups. You've told me that twice. I'm not going to have twins, but I appreciate you and the well wishes. But stop. Let's not go into other people's lives, streams, and lives in general, and start asking them not only when they're going to have children, how many children they're going to have, or saying, I bless you with twins, because how do you even know if I want kids? And so how do you know that I don't have reproductive issues and I'm having trouble conceiving kids and that comment is hurtful? You don't know what's going on in people's lives, and it's just really weird to comment on other people's familial status in general. And if we were friends, then you would know what my feelings are on it, and you probably wouldn't share it in a public forum either. So let's just put the kibosh on doing that. I just don't think it's a good idea. He wasn't talking about babies? Oh no. After watching a live with Roberto? Nice. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for saying that. He was not saying about babies? Okay, but the point stands notwithstanding. That little outburst notwithstanding. Let's stop asking people when they're going to have babies or get married or X or whatever you think that they should do. Roberto's a lot of fun, right? Roberto, I think, is similar to myself in some ways, where we're not always the people who paint the most positive picture. Um, and it's not that like we're out to crush dreams. We just are out to have a realistic vision of what a lot of stuff looks like. And so I appreciate that about him a lot is I think we're both more realists. And yes, it would be great to always be the cheerleader and only be like, oh my God, you can do absolutely everything. You know, like I'm not going to play in the WNBA, even if I manifest it and think good thoughts and do some drills. Like, I'm way too damn old. I don't have the skills. I don't have the height. I don't have the ball handling. I don't have the agility. That is not going to happen for me. So I don't need a coach who's sometimes going to be like, oh my God, if you just dribble a little bit more every day. That's not how that goes. So twins like in a baby food factory? I really don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. Did I miss like completely the meaning behind that? Yeah. Oh, he was talking about the chesticles. Okay. You know what though? Like most of the population has it. Like these aren't special. Okay. Anyways. I hope that's not harsh where I say though, like no matter what, I'm not going to play in the NBA. So I don't think I would ever hire a coach who's going to be like, Shelly, you can play in the NBA. Because it's just not realistic. There are plenty of coaches out there who would be like, I will help you achieve your basketball dream. So just give me money. But like in reality, you know, that's not exactly the way that that's going to go down because circumstances. So I appreciate more of a realistic take. And I also try and provide a realistic take, which is sometimes perceived as harsh and overly critical, I think, for some people. But I think some people sometimes need a dose of reality. And if you don't, that's okay too, because like I said a million times before, there are tons of different YouTube coaches, fitness coaches, whatever's out there. There's plenty of different types out there, and you will find one that you jive with. And that's what's important. And you stick with them and you just ride it until you get to desired result. So what do we got here? That's why we like you. You're real and don't sugarcoat. See, Pixelpia, thank you. That's the human in you relating to the human in me. Great coach from the Philly area in South Carolina now. Dawn Staley. Thoughts she may coach someday in the NBA. Nice. Reality is hard for a lot of people, yeah. And change is hard, absolutely. But the hardest is being honest and having yeah. And if you think about it in many parts of your life, it's really hard for some people to be very honest with themselves. You know, a lot of people would like something, but they know that they don't have, let's say, the work ethic to do something. They know that they want X result, but they're not willing to do everything it takes to do it. Like, they want to run a marathon, but they're not willing to run, hundreds of miles per week, every week, running up until the marathon. You don't just usually show up to the marathon the day of and just make it. Or you don't train for 1 week, or it's like the people who watch the 400 basketball games, but then they're like thinking they should be in the NBA. Anyways, doesn't matter. Okay. Well, let's hope no one goes off and is really bad, and then we have to be like, well, we can't do anything for 2 more minutes until Pixelpia comes back to ban you. I can't believe that there's actually 52 votes in this poll. That's kind of crazy. But also crazy is just the fact that obviously this YouTube live stream is going out to more people than is usual. Interesting. If you're here though, will you drop a like on this video? Because it says there's 8 or 9 people, so I'd appreciate a like on this video. Who ran the marathon in under 2 hours? I was watching Casey Neistat's video, and he was saying that his goal, and he's run like 24 marathons, and the only marathon I think he's doing this year is the New York City Marathon. He's like, it's my favorite marathon. I always am going to do it. But his goal was to do it in under 3 hours, and he'd gotten close once. It was like 3 hours and like 1 minute or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be, I don't know if that would be heartbreaking or excruciating to know that you were so close. You know, if I just pushed a little harder for 2 minutes somewhere within this 3 hours. But he was saying that I think when is the New York City Marathon? I would assume it's in the spring or something, right? But he was saying that that is his big opus event of the year, and that he's aiming to get under 3 hours. And even at 3 hours, he said under 3 hours, it's something like under like 6 minutes and 50 seconds as like a mile, but consistently, obviously like 24 times in a row, 24 and change in a row. I don't even think I run an 8-minute mile. So I certainly can't do that 20 times in a row. So that seems bananas to me. Seems bananas. Should we end the poll? Should we try? It was November 5th. Oh, so it just happened. So I know he was talking about in the video it was coming up, so maybe he just did that. So should we end this poll and start another poll? I'm just curious because let's start another one. Can I start it from here? Yes, create a poll. What should our next poll be? 54 votes. Obviously, see, that's weird because we've never had 54 votes in any poll that we've posted in a live stream. You know what I'm saying? What poll should we ask? Oh, yeah. Are you subscribed yet? We'll say yes or no. There we go. Are you subscribed yet? Yeah. Oh, I could ask something like, did you find me through the shorts feed? That'd be interesting to see. That would be interesting. Adam, what are you up to? Only 8 thumbs up. I know. Oh, it says 9 on my screen, so one of them is me. So I need 1 more thumbs up. We want to hit double digits, people. So random stranger, as you're scrolling through, can you please hit the thumbs up? I'm not asking you to subscribe. I'm just asking you to hit the thumbs up. No. Are you saying no, you're not subscribed, or no, you won't hit the thumbs up? Oh my gosh, Ellie and Teddy, you are so kind. Thank you so much. I wish that I was able to be smart enough to think, oh, you know what I should have done before I went live? Filter. You know what I'm saying? Just help your girl out just a little bit. I didn't do that. That would have been good, though. Welcome back. Aw, awesome. You know what? Thank you. Whoever was the 10th thumbs up. By the way, I did figure out if you're using Ecamm and you're on Sonoma and you do one of these like with reactions, and then you are live stream and your computer freezes, there is the ability to go off and turn off reactions. You can also turn it off inside of Zoom. I was reading an article that's saying that people in like therapy sessions have them like reactions on, and sometimes it's like inappropriate times where all of a sudden like confetti or balloons will be falling from like the screen, and so they're like, okay, you can actually turn the reactions off, but you have to go into a separate window and turn them off. And so best believe I was Googling how to actually turn that off, because it also froze in Ecamm. It froze my live stream when I had one of these, and then the thumbs up came up on screen, and then nothing worked after that. So Oh my gosh, thank you so, even bonus. You didn't have to subscribe, but I sure appreciate you. Oh, Shane Ray, thank you so much. Appreciate that too. You know, it's funny and ironic is if you are a YouTube creator and you have a channel, a lot of the times you will get a monthly recap from YouTube sent to you. And it's like, hey, here's how your channel did this month. You got, X amount of subscribers and you got so many views. And, it's trying to encourage you. So on my beauty channel, I think I got like 30 subscribers, and that's just because I did like this compilation of when I was moving from my old house to the new house. I was doing a lot of declutters, and so I was totally getting rid of tons and tons of things. And so I was like, oh, I should film this, film a declutter. I'd put them up, and then I saw my friend do this where she takes all of her declutter videos and then she puts them into one massive compilation, and it's like 2 hours long. And so I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do that too. So I have probably tons of these declutters across all these different categories. And I was like, okay, I'm put them out there. I got like 35 subscribers on my beauty channel, which I hardly ever post to. And then I got the recap for this channel, and it was like, you had 2 subscribers or something. Because I don't know, with the net, people leave, people come in. I was like, wow, on the dormant beauty channel, I got like 38 subscribers, 35 subscribers. And on this channel, which I try and I still live stream every week, I got 2. I was just like, oh God, oh, no. What kind of content do I make? So typically on this channel, we talk about like either video editing stuff or we talk about YouTube news and education. But on other channels, I talk about other things. So I've got a channel for like some beauty content. I have a channel talking. What else do we have? I don't even know if I should have a vlog channel. It's just a personal channel with my name. One, it was also to claim the URL, but I have that too. What else? Do I have other? I still have other channels. I still have a music channel, but it doesn't matter because I really just do it on Twitch. What else do I have? I have channels I've never even told you guys about. I have one about, I post all of my Amazon videos on a channel just so I can have it in the copyright system and see if people are trying to steal my videos because I make videos for Amazon as well. And then I have videos for, for my crafting for Cricut. Gosh, I should post over there. I should post something. By the way, in this last, so funny, last week I got a sale, makeup swatch stickers, and I was like, oh no, because the vinyl, the stickers, the shipping supplies were all in a box. And so like ripping into boxes, trying to find all of the stuff to be able to ship out this order within like the 2-day window that Etsy gives you, I was scrambling like a mad person trying to find all of the things so I could send out this order. And I was like, I can't even print out make new swatch stickers because I can't find the vinyl, or like, even if I find it, I don't have the envelopes, or even if I have this, I don't have something. And so it was like, no matter what I did, I was going to need to find more things to be able to complete what I needed. So the beauty channel is called Shelly Slays the Day. So we tried to keep it kind of close. So it was, Shelly Saves the Day, and then it was Shelly Slays the Day. It might just be Shelly Slays now. I think in the handle, it's just Shelly Slays, but the channel name is Shelly Slays the Day. Oh! You want to become a dermatologist? I love that. Oh, hell yeah. I was assuming that the Ellie and Teddy that you had a dog channel. I apologize for assuming that. Which, by the way, very cute pup. Very cute pup over there. Can we talk a bit about Amazon Influencer Program? Yeah, for sure. What do you want to know about it? You've cleaned out your channels. You only have 2? Wait, what? That depends on which of your channels you talk about. Yes, exactly. Here is, a lot of creator tips and different stuff like that. Yes. Emotional problems. Do something as charity is big and supporting education and emotional well-being. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. That's a reseller's worst nightmare, not finding something after it sells. Oh, yeah. Josh and Babe, hey, how are you? Oh, it's nice to see you. I saw you over on TikTok the other day too. You came up and it was like best chili recipe or something like that. And I was like, oh heck yeah, love that. Um, oh, see you later. All right, so let's talk about this one in the geeky. Okay, so let's talk about the Amazon influencer program for whoever it was that asked. How are you, Josh? How are you? Like, I know you guys moved and all that stuff, and your channel seems to be doing pretty well right now, and you're doing the TikTok thing, so proud of you. So, I was wondering what you have seen to get past auto screening process. Which one are you talking about? The after you submit the videos for approval, or are you talking about something else? TikTok is a hot topic after last night's debate. When is it not? When is it not? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about a house husband. Good for you. I know. So proud of you though. And good to see you like looking healthy and everything, you know? Love that. So with Amazon, there's a couple different programs. One is going to be the associates, which is what most people are used to, which is the linking of products, and maybe use the site stripe and create the little link that you can put in your description box or something like that. Amazon influencer program, which is so funny because I see it advertised a lot now on Instagram and sometimes on TikTok actually. It's a separate level of the Amazon associate program. And so with that, to get to the point to even submit the 3 videos for a review. Okay, so with the Amazon influencer program, once you're in it, there are a few different ways that you can make money. One is going to be live streaming, and usually you can live stream through like an OBS or like some sort of thing and like RTMP into it. That's one option, but you still have to have an iOS device to like go through the carousel of products to be able to like start the live stream, because it's like this double live thing. So you have to like send the signal, and then once you see it in the app, you hit go live, and then you end it in the app and whatnot. And they're real particular about the bit rates. It has to be like 720p only, and it has to be at like 25 frames. And so there's a lot of problems sometimes connecting and getting onto Amazon, but that's one way. The second way is going to be the shoppable photos that they have. And so it's kind of like Pinterest. You'll take a photo of something like you in a dress or you using something, and then you'll tag that product, and then people, if they, you know, are shopping the photo, can buy items. So the next one is the shoppable videos, which is kind of, that's the way I do it. And so with the shoppable videos, and we'll come back to that, I'm just going to mention the fourth way real quick, is just to make these idea lists. So it's just a curated list of products. So it could be like my favorite kitchen items or something like that. And people, you can send out the link to the list, and then people will shop from the list and you can get a commission. So the shoppable videos, though, that's how I really mainly participate in the Amazon influencer program. A couple things. You'll get a storefront, which usually doesn't drive a lot of traffic. So the shoppable videos, if you're on a product page on Amazon and then you scroll down and then you see the short videos and it says like from influencer or from like, you know, store name or something like that, not from the manufacturer, those are the videos that I'm talking about. And what that means when you see it there, that's called on-site placement, versus where if you see it under like your shop page, like your own little web page, which is like the amazon.com/shop/Shelly Nathan or something like that. So you could go to that, and anything that you see from there, you can get a commission. But most of the time, what you want is the on-site placement. So to qualify for on-site placement, by the way, let me know if I have gone over your heads, or if you understand what I'm talking about so far. And with the shoppable videos, the first 3 that you do, they need to be your best videos. And I'm also going to say that I did a live stream with Dan Career, and we talked exclusively about the Amazon influencer program on a live stream. And so if you want to see that live stream, you can certainly do so. And we talk for an hour about this and tips about videos. But when you are submitting these videos, there's a lot of things you can and can't say in an Amazon video. Like you can't mention price because they fluctuate. You can't mention usually disparaging other products. You can't make medical claims. There's a lot of, you can't sometimes show children. You can't show barcodes. There's a lot of just like stuff so that you can do. So what you want to do is I usually will just do it with my phone and do a voiceover later, and I only say factual things like this is the Wander Beauty Beach Balm lip balm, and this is in the color Siesta. So as you can see, it's a clear balm here, and so anything's like factual. I'm not making any medical claims or anything like that, but you could say like 0.25 ounces of product, and this is really easy to throw in a purse. This is about 3.5, 4 inches in length. You could say stuff like that. I usually don't do a lot more than that. I just keep mine very factually based. And then you submit 3 videos. When you submit 3 videos, you'll see at the top of your profile, there's this little lock icon. And it says like, you have not been approved yet for on-site commission. So you want to wait after those first 3 videos are submitted until you hear back. Because if you get videos that are denied, then you have to start all over. And so if you've uploaded 17 videos, you'll have to delete all 17. So just wait till after the 3 and the decision, which can take a little while, but it's faster than it used to be. So take your best 3 videos, submit those, wait for the approval, and if you get declined, delete the videos, try again. Okay. So once you get an email or like a notification when you log in to check status that says you've been approved for on-site commissions, then it's off to the races, and it's make videos, everything you can think of, anything in your house. You can download reports that have your shopping history, and it has the ASIN numbers, which are the Amazon specific identification numbers, so that you'll want that because you have to tag the products when you are uploading your videos. But there's no such thing on Amazon as like having to stick to one particular niche at all. Just make videos about everything. And not only that, you can make videos about things even if you didn't buy it from Amazon.com, as long as it's available for sale on Amazon.com. It's fine to make a video on it. So this Shure Manfrotto little mini tripod, let's say I bought this at B&H Photo versus Amazon. I didn't though. I buy like 95% of my stuff on Amazon. So let's say I bought this from or direct from Manfrotto, or oh, this one says Shure on it because it was part of a kit. So let's say I bought the kit with a microphone and everything from the Shure website. As long as this is available for sale on Amazon, and then you can find the specific ASIN number for it, you can still make a video on it. So it doesn't mean you can only make videos about products you personally purchase. It also doesn't mean that you can only make videos on things that you've bought, because I've gone to my friend's house before and they had this huge basketball hoop, and I was like, oh my gosh, because it was new. They just bought a house. I was like, that thing is amazing. Where'd you get that? She's like, I don't know, off Amazon. So I literally took a 30-second video of like, I think her kids and her husband shooting a basket through this basketball hoop, and just showing like, this is how it's in the ground. This is how big it is. And so if someone purchases that, I get a commission off of it. So I didn't purchase it. I went to my friend's house and they had purchased it. But so that's some of my tips, hints, tricks. Does that help? Does that help answer the question that you had? I don't know. Is it still by smartphone only? You can go live off of your smartphone, but if you want to go off of the like any kind of streaming desktop thing, you still have to have a smartphone to do the product changing, to do start and stop the live stream broadcast. They just, I believe, announced or released that it is also available on Android, because before it was iOS only. So you had these people who were buying like used iPod touches or something just so they could stream and like start and stop the streams. But now it appears that you should be able to do it off of Android as well. So we were part of the Amazon influencer program. Nothing much ever comes of it, even from our Amazon store. Yeah, it can be harder. It also depends on the specific category. Sometimes, based on categories, and you can see it in the commission pay structure where it says like, hey, if it's like home and garden, maybe it's 1%. Maybe if it's cooking items, maybe it's 4%. Maybe if it's bounties on some other thing, then you can also, get a higher percent. It really depends. Like if it's like tech, I've seen it can be like 1%, every once in a while, you can also get an invitation to do higher tiers for a short amount of time. So they might have like let's just say, I'm not saying, a back to school event where they have, instead of 2%, it's 4% commission on stuff that you get for a limited time, but you have to opt in. They also have this marketplace. I think they shut it down though, or I got kicked. I don't know, where you can meet up with brands and they can maybe send you a product or you can get a discount on a product to make a video on it. And then when you're in the program too, you'll start to get a lot of emails and whatnot from brands and sellers trying to give you the product so that you'll make a video, because for them it's really expensive to create and do a video, but it's cheaper to sometimes have an influencer do it, or pay for video. A lot of the influencers just do it for the free product. Depends on the price of the product. So join my cruise for the Thanksgiving week. Oh, you're going on? What? Are you really going on a cruise? That's amazing. I hope you have an amazing time. It's awesome. Nice. And also driving traffic to the stores, sometimes not only are the percentages low, but like, yeah, it really just depends. And I'll also say that they've been playing around with, product placement. So sometimes it would be at like the bottom of the product page. Sometimes it would like disappear. And a lot of that has been messing with a lot of the money that the influencers have been making. So it's really affected how much I've made. And it went from being able to make, I don't know, you guys saw it. It was like $1,500 to $2,000 a month to sometimes now like $500 a month. So as they kind of come on and keep experimenting with, do the videos show up? Do they not? To like, it just depends. And it depends. Any channel member still in here? Give me it depends. It also depends on if the products are still available for sale. It depends on like if the ASINs go out of stock and they're not available, then you can't get credit. Like it just really, there's so much. There's so much it depends on. And it's kind of a bummer because I was making more money even when I had less videos than like over time when I ended up uploading more videos. And because of product placement or different things that are wonky, I ended up making less money. So, hey James, how are you? Good to see you. I saw you over on TikTok too. You're like, just make another channel. I did. I don't know if I did actually make another channel. It's a test. It's an experiment in AI. I'm trying to see if I can get an AI generated type channel completely outside of, well, I mean, obviously it's outside of my niche, but just as a test case to see. I think on YouTube I have 4 subscribers, but on TikTok I have 1 subscriber, but all of my videos so far that I've uploaded have over 1,000 views. So you can definitely have too many YouTube channels, but that's okay. Oh, by the way, they're not on here, but shout out to my friend, Technically T. He crossed 100,000 subscribers today, and I wish I had the sound effect to be able to play it, but unfortunately, since I'm not on my computer, I can't. But if by some random happenstance anyone knows Technically T, I'm very proud of you. Excited for you. Congrats on hitting 100,000. I hope to one day join you. We'll see if one of my 12 channels can help me do that. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Can I get a... No. See? Carson, you should have been here earlier. We talked about all the reasons why shoutouts don't work. And it doesn't matter to me. Like, it's not a transaction. you get a shout out and I get a sub. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how I want it to work, at least. So, no. Gosh, I wish you would have been here for that chat and that talk about how and why shout outs don't work. You know, it'd be better. Go make more content. Have people be excited about your YouTube channel, and then they will subscribe, and that will feel better. And why do you even need more subscribers? Like, what's the point? What do you need them to do? What are you going to do once you get another one? Anyways, anyone else have anything for the good of the group? Oh, I should go look at the poll, by the way. A lot of the time in analytics, it's going to show, you know, that the majority of people that watch your content aren't even subscribed to you. Definitely the case for me. Definitely the case for most of my YouTube channels. It could be like 80, 90%, which is not unheard of in tutorial channels where people are not subscribed to you. But for me, oh, this isn't that bad. It said 54% said no and 46 said yes. And that's 28 votes. So that's actually pretty good. I'm not mad about that. Not at all. So, Dasho Vision. Oh, I hope you have a great night. Where are you watching from, by the way? I'm coming to you from Seattle. I'm not sure where you're coming from. Did you all see my YouTube boots, by the way? I'm going to show you this before we... Is everything backwards? Oh, I think it is. And my friend Jason, a Painfully Honest Tech, was the only one to notice that one of the logos is more squared and one is a little bit more rounded because of like the different logos over the years. A different nod to that, but like, so you see this one, and then you see, oh no, it's this way. You see this one. So this one's more square. This one's more like curvy. She curvy, right? Kind of cool. Oklahoma. Okay. Awesome. Oklahoma. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm so glad. Thanks for hanging out with me for the last hour or so. Appreciate you all. I hope you have a great night. I hope that this internet thing gets fixed and I can get back to the regular live streaming, because it's harder though, because it's like a shared internet thing. So before, like, I could set my routers and do things, but like now it's not mine. So there's not much I can do. It's just like it works or it doesn't. It's a good enough bandwidth to stream or it's not. You know? So let's hope that it's fixed soon. All right. Hope you all have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you in a video very soon.